My name is Roya Sadat. I'm director of movie Sima Song, and also I'm director of Roya Film House.
Yeah, I'm Aziz Deildar. I'm the writer of Sima Song and also actor and acting coach.
Okay, so first question, walk me a bit from the moment that the Taliban take Afghanistan again until you going to the US and completing a movie there. How did this story happen, let's say?
Sorry if I understand the question. You mean the situation from the time that we are...
Yeah, you are in Afghanistan, you are running from Afghanistan, and then some years later you complete a movie in the US, so maybe take me a bit the story, how this happened.
Yeah, so we was, of course, in from 2020 we was starting with we was during the production of documentary films that calling Sharpish of Peace, and we following the 4 women who was in peace talks, and then with this, that time 2020 we decided to go to US because I had a contract with the Seattle Opera to make an opera in Seattle, and it was supposed to be during the production and pre-production between US and Afghanistan because we was busy with the documentary film also. So we decided to go to US to start pre-production with the opera and then come back in Doha. The peace talk was happening in Doha, and we decided to come from Seattle, from US to Doha to continue with our documentary films. And we worked together on that documentary film, Aziz was the cinematographer of that film. And then came back to Kabul, to Afghanistan. Unfortunately, when we was in Seattle in August 2021, Afghanistan fell in the hand of Taliban. And of course, that time we didn't have any other option because our visa was also, it had only 2 weeks to expire. And and then we was still in exile from 2021 until now.
And regarding the film, how did it came to be the production of this film?
You mean Sima Song?
Yeah.
Yeah, for Sima Song, so we had planned to shoot in Kabul, and we was a start for some pre-production for location and this stuff. So, of course, it was impossible to continue shooting or making movie in Afghanistan at that time, and it was dangerous for us to go back, and it was impossible to make films. And then our situation was very complicated because that time we didn't apply for asylum, we didn't receive our asylum approval, we didn't have any identity, we just was without any document in exile. And then our company was in Afghanistan, our company was also the co-production with the film, but unfortunately everything was behind of us. But my film producer, Albassatura from Spain, and also Frank, he's also a producer from Netherlands, and Albo contacted me that we need to shoot in 2020. My film producer, she contacted me that we had planned to shoot in 2022. So what will happen for the movie? And I say yes. Now we try our best to make this movie because, especially in this time, it's very important for us in Afghanistan. The Taliban abandoned the women works and women in cinema, art, music, everything. So this is the time that we should make this film, we should not stop it. And then we're thinking where we should shoot this film and how we can get out from US to going for the shooting. Then we search for a second country who will be similar to Afghanistan. First we select Tajikistan, and because of Ukraine and many complications, politics situation, and then one of the producers, he said that Greece have similar location like Afghanistan. The landscape looks like Afghanistan. So finally we selected Greece, and another challenge was that how we can bring the actress and the actor, because most actress and actor, they was also in exile in different country without any document, without any identity, and it was very hard situation. But we was like surrounded with many obstacles, but trying our best with a good lawyer and with trying our film producer. Finally, we give permission to leave US for 5 months, and then we went to Greece and shoot this Sima song. Sima song with the studio have difficult story in the back behind the scene.
So since I'm Greek, can you tell me a bit about the shooting in Greece? How was the experience and where did you shoot?
It was amazing. It was fantastic. I just feeling that I'm really in Kabul 78. I didn't have experience Kabul 78. I born after that, but the story that the research and the story that we heard about Kabul 78 and about the people, and also in generally with the production that we work in Greece, they was amazing. They was very familiar with like Afghan people. They were very hospitality, like the weather, the food, the people. I can't believe, oh my God, how we was lucky to come to Greece for shooting. And yes, it was an amazing experience. I telling for my other friends and filmmaker always when they asking how was your experience, I tell them if you want to choose country to be familiar in Afghanistan, you should go to Greece. Yes, it was fantastic, and I think we was lucky with this film, with our film producers, because they had also passion to how we get out from US and came to Greece, and how much change became for the film project, because we was thinking the financial part also inside of Afghanistan, and then with many travel and the team, the special, the main cast, the extra, each of them coming from different country, because all the Afghan people was in that time, the Afghan activists, artists, they was in exile also like us. So finally it's happened.
Okay. So, why did you decide to have the film at that time, at the 70s? Do you think that's the beginning of what is happening today, or why did you choose that period?
Yeah, so, it's always the people, especially out of Afghanistan, international people, Korean people, they thinking that Afghanistan and Afghan women become free or start to fighting for their rights after 11 September or during the last 20 years. And one of the important reasons was that we wanted to go back in our history and show that how the Afghan women struggle, they starting from many years ago. And also, how was Afghanistan? We had free country, women had their rights, and so we wanted to show different perspective and different background from Afghanistan that they never heard that. And also, in the same times, it was something that, in the film you can find some code that why we are here right now, and how much the war in our part of the world, in Middle East, in Asia, the war how much have effect for the people life. It's starting from the Cold War, and of course, when we enter to in details with this, the other important things was that we meet groups of women who was activists in this period that our movie is happening. And we was during the shooting of TV drama, me and Aziz, when we come back from the shooting. And these groups of women, sometimes they coming in our book club. We had book club in Roya Film House. And it was during the writing Afghan Women Charter. And they wanted to give Afghan Women Charter for the people who was nominated presidential candidate. So, and this women was coming from 1970, 60, and there was, of course, there was with different background, with different ideology, but still they was in the same room, and they had the common goal and common value for women rights, for human rights, for freedom, and they still have their struggle. And it was very interesting for me that how they fighting for their rights, even they are with different ideology. So there was many reasons around of this story. We wanted to show a very nice, history from Afghanistan to the people. But unfortunately, when the Taliban came in power, we bring change, and Aziz as a writer was more involved to bring this. We bring this change for the script since the Taliban came back in power.
Can you tell me a bit about the script then, with your work in the story?
Yeah, script writing started from 2019. The first draft we made, and the story was this one, but it was not the two period of the time, like 2021 and go back to 1978. So when Taliban came back, we changed that the script.
Okay.
So it was a very good experience for me to go to research about that time, that period of Afghanistan, and I saw lots of documents about governments, about what happened to when Russia came and the government of Afghanistan. So yeah.
Okay. And tell me a bit about your role in the film. You play the most bad man in the story, the general.
I don't know. It is the second time that it's happening to the movie Roya making. It is the second feature film. So I didn't want to play this role of the film, but because lots of problem was. This role is very important, but I didn't have. I was not ready to play this role because I worked on acting coach also, and on the production we were very busy. So I decided to play Roya. Roya decided to play
this negative role.
Yeah, but now I'm happy to play that one. So the general role is very important on the script, and also.
Yeah, and the general is older than this Aziz.
Okay. Oh, and tell me a bit about the protagonist, the rich of the two, who is a communist. So is she essentially naive? Would you say a naive person that she doesn't understand what is happening in Afghanistan during the movie? She's idealist, but she doesn't seem to understand what is happening. She's like the last to understand how the situation has changed. Is that how you think of her?
Sorry, I don't know.
About the protagonist? Sorry,
Yeah, the protagonist, like, she's a bit naive, like she doesn't understand exactly what is happening because things are changing, but she is the last to realize how it is changing. Is that how you feel about her, that she's a person naive? That's it?
Yes, I think this is a reflection or the picture of the life of many Afghan women, and maybe many women around the world, especially in our part, because they start honestly to have their voices and their struggle for women's rights, and they like Sima and Soraya, and they think like Soraya, she thinking that she is working in part of a democratic country, but she didn't know that what happened, which game is playing behind of the politics. Like Afghan people, they had their life, they had their their hope, and they didn't understand that about the Cold War, about the the politics. The ordinary people, and then and this is I think Soraya is like a kind of reflection right now as I'm thinking for myself, for example. I never understand that maybe this big change happening and Taliban came back in power, and that history repeat, and we sit back again. So it's a kind of we are as a women, we are more focused for, and honestly what we want in from our heart, and we have our own opinion, and we resisting for that, and we have our voices for that, but unfortunately the politics is another things and have another game. And Soraya and Sima is like this. They continue with the hope, but some things bring change. That's not in their hand.
Yeah, but I want to add something
Please.
for Soraya. First, she is struggling for women rights in communist idea
Yeah.
coming. So in the end, it's changing. Yeah, I think that the correct term changing what happening to them.
And how would you describe the other protagonist?
For Sima.
Sima, yeah.
Yeah, for Sima, so for Sima, when she decided to even to give the gun in her hand, that it's become very personal for her, because she lost her father, and then she find herself in a situation that maybe many people become as a victim of the system, and then she decided to. She never talked that now I decided to go in the mountain, or now she didn't have other option. She needed to leave that moment, and then this many loss maybe make herself more power to fighting with her gun. I want to say that when we see Sima with the gun, I was thinking during the production that I don't want to have the fighting with the women through a gun, like you see in the first scene demonstration. The people coming with the gun, Taliban coming with the car, with the gun, with the rocket, but the women have their words. They're fighting with their words. They're fighting with what they believe. We have. It's a kind of that we are as a women. We have solution. We can talk. We can sit. We have logical, solution for our situation. They're coming with. They're fighting with their words. And this was like what I love to have fighting to white women. But when Sima have this again, and it's like you are also on the production and direction, you decided. So now there's no any option. She should take the gap. This is time.
But about this two character, I think that communism, the Islam, and everything the use of that in Afghanistan.
It's the problem.
It's focused on the film, but it is not to say about the communists it's good or Islam is good or other ideologies.
Yeah.
So the use of the Islam, the communism, the liberal, everything in Afghanistan was wrong in this 50 years. So I think we want to explain that on the film. Sima and Soraya only the changing. I think it's like the friendship, the main part of the film.
Yeah.
That between these two characters, it's very powerful than everything. Islam, communism, and
Yes, I understand.
Yeah, nothing is important in this friendship.
Okay. And can you tell me a bit about how the casting worked for the film? How did you found those actors?
Yeah, this was also the most difficult part of the film, because everyone was in different country. So we had, of course, we had in our mind from the beginning to have who should be fixed with this role. But usually we announcement to have different. We have different option. I mean, for each character, there's many options, but some of them had problem with travel. Some of them have. Most of them was in exile, and then I think we was lucky. We have very good two good characters, and Soraya. Of course, Soraya was leaving Afghanistan the first time of I think
1992.
Yes, civil war. So, but she knows Afghanistan very well. She speaks very good and narrative, and she understands her role very deeply, and her characters, and also the passion that she has for Afghanistan and Afghan women. And also Sima, Nilofar, she's a good actress, and both of them, I think we was lucky to facing with these two characters. And it's difficult to always for us, like from Afghanistan, like we watch our movies. And we watch our movies and we crying for our movies, and this happening during the shooting also, because it's still we are filming. We try to tell our story, but we are in the middle of tragedy, unfortunately.
And about Lina Alam, who is
she was the main role of A Letter to the President, and of course we have a very good actor and actress like Lina Alam. She was the main character of A Letter to the President, and now she's working Soraya's mother in this movie, and we have the first role of Nilufar Pazira, and also Payman, the man, Sima's husband. Payman Orifar is a very good experienced actor, and the person who played the role in the mountain, Murtaza Alawi, he's very good actor, and Sima's father also, Mr. Zubai. They're great actor, actress,
And I guess last question, since we don't have much time, but what are you working on next? Any plans for new films after this? Or?
Yeah, we working for some just during the development for the script, not for the shooting. But I don't want to tell the story.
Okay. You're gonna continue shooting movies then, right?
Yeah, of course.
So is it easier now in the US?
No. You are when you are in exile, it's meaning that you're starting from zero. You need to start from zero. Especially for us, that all our company, equipment, experience, archive, anything that we had, they're behind our hands.
Okay. Well, I guess that's it. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.